upset. Wish I could lose you, I wish I could forget. But the mind is a cage, and the longer that we age, our brains become the stage of the drama and the rage. And I'm pretty medicated if you had to ask me. Sativa dreams got me singing songs likely, but a Band-Aid covers up the pain is all. Cause I'm going cuckoo bananas, waiting for your call. Waiting on your call, so I'm hopping in my car. No speed limit, it won't take me too long. This shit could get a little spooky. Tell the neighbor there's nothing to see. I'm sliding through your streets and I'm swerving around them curves. I'm climbing through your hedges and I'm through the front door. Didn't I tell you not to panic? This shit isn't peculiar. I'm manic. Manifest, now I'm blessed. Life is sour, then it's sweet, like the lemon with the zest. Hello, welcome. It is BAM Sunday, and it is BAM time for another Kiki with... Okay, I'm being really extra. Hey everyone, my name is Courtney, your homosexual. It is time for another Kiki with Mimi. Welcome to the Green Chair Chats, aka the quirkiest pop culture discussion here on the internet. We are going to be getting into a lot today. We're going to be breaking some stuff down. I didn't even send my script to myself, so I'm sitting here with it pulled up on the computer. So when y'all see me look down at the screen like this, that just means that I'm just trying to make sure that I get the tea right to y'all in the best way possible, because I was rushing around. But how are y'all doing today? Let me jump in the chat, first of all. Let me see how y'all doing. Who is here right now? Who is here and near and dear to this queer? Okay, King is saying, yes, good motherfucking afternoon, Courtney. I see my good sis Samantha. I see Mally. King is saying that you love my intro song. Thank you so much. Samantha, you're already jumping out of the gate. You are getting the party started. You've already done a super chat for me. Thank you so much, Samantha. You said, woo, 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 woo. But, listen, y'all. We have some things that we have to discuss. All right, so I want to talk about Tana Mongeau's apology, right? Let me move my desk over, y'all. I'm like off-centered. Okay, let's talk about Tana Mongeau's apology today. Of course, we're gonna get into 6ix9ine and that weird Billboard interview that he did where he spoke about Nicki Minaj, and I definitely have some things that I need to be saying about that. And we're talking about Drake and the Popstar video and Justin Bieber. We're doing a quick little VMAs recap just because my show is on Sunday and the VMAs was on Sunday. So literally, unless you watched me on the morning tea at Halle Scoop, you literally have no idea what I think of the VMAs and the performances. So I'm just gonna quickly tell you guys what my favorite performances are. And it's just gonna be chill. You know what I mean? Just to keep you guys in the know, if you literally see me start sweating profusely, it is because we are in like the triple digits in Los Angeles and it is like a state of emergency. So the show may not be an hour long today, just in case my power goes out. But I didn't want to be like, just in case my power goes out, no Green Chair Chats. So we are gonna get to the bottom of all of this stuff today. And if my power shuts off, then you guys know why. So, don't judge me. It's just the state of the world that we live in today. But I want to get things started already. How are you guys doing in the chat today? If you're new, I just want to say that I like to start off every stream with a little bit of positivity. So if you're here, if you're watching, either tell me where you're from, tell me something positive that happened to you, or maybe you know of something positive that a celebrity did, because you already know we're going to get into the negative. We're going to get into the negative that they did. But in the chat right now, tell me something positive. Leave green hearts if that's your way of showing a little positivity to everyone. I'm just glad it's Sunday, you guys. I really look forward to this. Saja is saying, first time here and I'm already loving it. Dominic is saying, it's raining here in Chi-Town. Kershell is like, how is she even a real person? I guess you're talking about Tana Mongeau. Samantha is saying, it's so hot out here in California. Listen, Samantha, y'all listen. I'm really trying to do my part, right? There's this black-owned business that I would need to get to in Melrose, and I really want to buy a brand new do-rag. She sells lots of things. I think it's called Atira. Let me look it up, y'all. I think it's called Atira something. Let me pull it up and make sure. I wanted to try to get there this weekend to get me a new do-rag because, you know, my edges is fried, girl. It's looking like that's not gonna happen today because it's very, very, very hot. So Atira Lyons is the name of the owner of the business. She's on Melrose. She's selling all sorts of amazing fashions. And I noticed on Twitter that she had some beautiful like silk velvet type of do-rag situation, and I wanted to take part in that. So I wanted to get there, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Definitely next weekend, I'm gonna have to make the time and get myself down to Melrose when it's not sweltering. It's lit. I'm already sweating, you guys. Okay, so Gabby's saying, I got my Taylor Swift merch last week, a t-shirt and a pop socket. Bam! Shirley's saying hello. Miss J. Thomas is saying hi from Texas. Hey! My good sis Shabria is saying something positive as I survived another week and my 3-year-old starts preschool on Tuesday. Well, that's good news. Shout out to your preschooler. That's a big step. I see my good sis, my longtime good sis, Kershell, got some water court. Stay hydrated. Kershell, y'all know that I love to sip. And I've got some water here today, so I'm staying hydrated, y'all. No worries. I've got lots of bottles of water in my house. I have like at least 3 backup 32 packs of water, so I will be staying hydrated. It's just that when I do the stream, it's like I have to turn my air conditioner off because you'll hear it, and then I've got 1, 2, 3 lights directly on me, so it's like a triangle of heat. So I'm like a little baked little chicken nugget. You know what I'm saying? But it's no worries because I'm here to deliver like pizzas, bitch. So we gonna get into it today. Now, I wanted to speak on something before we get started into the news. You guys know that this is not like a get right to the point kind of show. So if you're here for that, girl, you might as well click back and come back in an hour when it gets re-uploaded and you can click through your favorite parts. I leave timestamps. Listen, it's never not gonna be long, right? I'm a chatty, kind of patty kind of guy. So before we get started, I just wanted to talk to you guys really fast about just like the state of the world that we're in. And I just want to let you guys know that like, you're not weird for staying inside. I know that this is like a huge holiday weekend, and I know that every single gay on earth is either in Palm Springs right now, or a bunch of people from LA, a bunch of gays from LA flew from LA to the Poconos, like where I'm from, to go to the Woods campground and do all of that stuff out there. I just want to let you guys know that you're not weird for turning down social events or for being outside. And I understand that being trapped in the house or quarantining, let me not say trapped in the house, because I mean y'all could leave whenever y'all want to, but just understand that being in the house, I know y'all are going stir crazy if y'all haven't really left like that, like myself, but just understand that when you're in those kind of positions, when you find yourself in a rut where you just sort of feel like you don't know what to do, or you feel like maybe you're not like swimming to the top, you're not paddling hard enough, just understand that when you find yourself in those ruts, all you have to do is try to make a change. And it doesn't have to be some grand, extraordinary change. You can make a change in the smallest of areas. You can switch up your routine. You can buy a new hair clip. You could add an activity to your morning routine. Maybe you're not exercising in the morning. Maybe you want to do a little 20-minute cardio. Maybe instead of having a big bowl of oatmeal, you just want to get your workout on and have something else in place of that instead. Little changes lead to big results. You just have to be unafraid to make the changes, because what lies on the opposite side of fear? What is it? How does that go? What lies on the opposite side of fear is opportunity. Oh my God. I love how I just turned this into church. But I just have been feeling, and I know you guys certainly have probably been feeling like, oh my God, this time is just like too much at points, and it gets stressful, and you feel like you're going crazy. And I'm just letting you know that you're not crazy. I'm right there with you. This is why I have this stream for you guys. I try to have it every single Sunday so that you can have like a sense of normalcy. You've got your community, the Rebels of the Revolution, in the chat that you can kiki with back and forth when we spend this time together. And just know that whatever you're going through, you will be all right. You will be all right. You just have to believe it, speak it, and know it to be so. A sermon. Okay. Y'all know how I like to give it to y'all. I could listen. Don't let me be the deacon. Don't let me be the pastor, because I will have the church jumping. I see my girl Katie Gomez. She's saying, hello, beautiful people. It's hella hot outside. My ass is staying inside in front of the AC. Katie, I promise you, the second that I hit end stream on this, I will be turning the air on, and it will be turning back into the tundra, if you will. I see my girl Katya from Monterrey, Mexico. Love your personality, Courtney. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. And my good sis, Shirley, is staying safe at home, going for a daily walk with my dog. Stay safe from # Albuquerque, New Mexico. Keep your pets safe, you guys. Please, if the sidewalk is hot, I hear that it's a good idea to put the little things on the little doggy's feet so they don't burn the little paw pads and stuff like that. So please be aware of your pets. Do not leave your pets in the car at the supermarket. Like when I was at the supermarket yesterday, they had to put over the intercom, like, if you're the owner of a whatever the fuck the car was, please come to the front because your dog can't breathe in the damn car. So please be aware, you guys. Samantha's saying, yes, you make every week worth it, every morning at Holly Scoop, and because I have you at the end, Courtney. Thank you, Samantha. I love being here for you guys. It's like a newfound love, like going live. This is, like I've always said, this is something that I never really expected to enjoy as much, but I feel like if I can do it for work, I can do it for fun. And here we are. Oh my God, Gabby went cliff jumping and river rafting for the first time. Come on, adventure girl. Listen, I'm not jumping off nobody's cliff. I'm not jumping out of nobody's plane. I'm not going on like Survivor, like all those type of adventure-y type things. I am the bag holder. Go up on the roller coaster. I will hold the bags, girl. I will take the pictures on your way into the entrance. I will hold your drink. Like, I will do all of those things, but jumping off of cliffs, I'm good. But shout out to all of y'all that have adventure spirits. I'm just a little bit more cautious. That's all. I adventure within my mind. I can jump off a cliff in a good book, you know? Teresa is saying, I love the show. I never really catch you live, but I love this. Teresa, you made it! Shout out to everyone that is watching for the first time live. I never ever tweet or like really let anyone know outside of Instagram that I've been doing this for literally almost 30 weeks, you guys. 30 weeks the show has been on. Insane, right? How fast, how far we've come. Remember when my logo like didn't even... Y'all can go in the earlier episodes and see that. Let's jump into You Should See. And if you're new and this is your first time, You Should See is the portion of this program where I basically try to force things on you. So You Should See means see with your eyes. C stands for check it out. C stands for Courtney said do it. And I just want to let you guys know, obviously I've told you guys this before, but now it's officially official because it's on the platform. Sister is on Netflix. Sister, I repeat. Sister is on Netflix. Where they at? Bam! Now, if y'all have not seen the iconic Sister on Netflix, you need to get your life together. The story of the two twins, girl. They were separated. One went with Lisa. One went with Ray. They went school shopping, girl. And then all of a sudden, that girl has my face. They all move in together, and it is just like, I think it's like 5 or 6 seasons of like excellent comedy. Jackée Harry is, oh my God, she is just, I can't even find the words. She is an icon. She is a legend. Her comedic timing is something that I wish I could like study and pick up because I just feel like she is just a masterful actress and comedian. Like, she's so funny. Tia and Tamara brought a lot to the table. And it was a great show just as a young black kid growing up. It was nice to sort of have those shows like Moesha and Sister, The Parenthood, Martin, Jamie Foxx show. Like, these are kind of the shows that I grew up on. So like when you get to know me, my personality and my comedy kind of makes a lot more sense if you can sort of like reference things like Moesha, Martin, and things like that. So I'm really excited that it's on Netflix. More shows from my childhood are coming. Girlfriends is coming. One-on-One with Kyla Pratt is coming. And right now, I think on Netflix, Set It Off is on there. And if y'all haven't seen Set It Off, y'all, listen. Get your glass of wine or your preferred beverage, y'all, and sit down with your Kleenexes, like a box of tissues, and watch Set It Off. Jada Pinkett Smith, Vivica A. Fox, Queen Latifah, and someone else that I am forgetting, and I am so sorry. This is one of my favorite movies, y'all. Y'all gotta watch Set It Off. Check out Sister. It is very much, it's gonna make you feel good. It's gonna make you feel real good. If anything, you're gonna get a chuckle. Have y'all seen it? Have y'all seen Sister before? Let me see. I love Sister. Samantha says, okay, good. This I know my people are here, of course. Katie is saying, I started watching it yesterday. So funny. Who is this? Oh, I was watching last night. Catherine Brown. Oh my God. Kershella saying they need to put Twitches 1 and 2 on Netflix if it isn't already. Listen, Twitches was great. I should do a video on Disney Channel original movies because that was like a really big part of my life. I did not miss a DCOM for nothing. But I will say that I stopped watching them around the time of Demi was like really like that girl at the time. Princess Protection Program, I think that or Time Splitters, or like it was like a time traveling one with Jason what's his face from Corey in the House. They was like time traveling. Those were like the last two I think I saw. Lindsay is saying, girl, yes, I already been watching, talking about Sister Sister. Good, y'all. King is saying, oh my, one time I left my dog in the car with the car running, the AC on to run in and buy some pads. I come out and this gorgeous blonde dressed to the T with her BMW is holding a rock, talking about save him, shaking my head. Listen, people love dogs. I'm a cat man, so like I understand to an extent, but like listen, if you feel like an animal's in danger, you might feel like you gotta do whatever you gotta do to save that little pooch. And thinking about it this way is like, if you, I mean, thinking about the safety of the dog, maybe the person didn't realize you had the AC on, so they was like, let me just break the window, get a little breeze in, and they'd be all right. Doesn't make it right though. Leave my little dog alone. Shout out to you. All right, y'all. I know y'all saw the VMAs. Let's talk performances, right? First up, one of my favorites, Bam, Doja Cat. Get into her. I really feel like at this particular point, Doja Cat brings a lot to the table. Yes, she has been in very sticky situations with the chat rooms and the content of the chat rooms and the people in the chat rooms. Doja Cat has come out and debunked. I'm using air quotes right now. Debunked. Basically, she put out a statement. She went on Instagram Live and saying, hey, this was this instead of this. I'm not anti-black. I'm not racist. I apologize for being in the chat rooms, what have you. So now people are very much moving on in terms of how they feel about Doja Cat. My personal opinion, because I feel like y'all are probably wondering. Yes, Kershell, Minutemen. Minutemen was the name of that movie. That was a hit. My thing with Doja Cat is this. If people are coming for Doja Cat and y'all are listening to Cardi, who has called black women roaches, like we have her on tape calling black women roaches, and drugging and robbing men, which she openly is open about and talks about, then I feel like we could be fine with Doja Cat. Me personally, I can be fine with Doja Cat being in a questionable chat room because I feel like people let all types of things go. I feel like y'all can't choose. If one's got to be canceled, they've all got to be canceled. If one is problematic, the other has to be problematic as well. Cardi B is problematic and she won a Grammy. So at this point, I say, you know what? Doja Cat, go off. In my opinion, one of the best performances of the night. I'm very proud of her. Doja Cat to me right now is, in my eyes, what a well-rounded artist is. She doesn't just go up on the stage and give you 1, 2, 3. She gives you a concept. Her performance started off as like the old school MTV news anchor. Y'all, real quick, let me take Doja Cat down. Real quick so I can have a moment of me. I wanted to work for MTV News so bad when I was a kid. If you're around my age, if you're like a millennial, you know. Kurt Loder, Suchin Pak, my girl Ananda, Sway who ain't got the answer, Sway. I loved all of them. So I think that part of it really excited me with Doja's performance, just that she was very much aware of the culture and she brought it to the stage in a way that I very much enjoyed, you know? Shout out to Lindsay. Lindsay saying, tuning in as I'm getting ready for the evening. I love having you on my Bluetooth in my shower and on my vanity. I usually replay Holly Scoop Tea, so I'm so glad I caught you. Shout out to you, Lindsay. I'm glad that you made it. If you're listening to me, I hope you enjoyed the sound of my voice. Lindsay, shout out to your vanity and shout out to your shower. Hope you're getting clean. Okay, I'm being extra. Shout out to you, Lindsay. Samantha saying, I loved Lady Gaga and Ariana too. Ariana killed the vocals even with the mask. And that's so interesting, Samantha, that you say that because, oh my God, look, Lady Gaga and Ariana, I actually was about to talk about them next. Now, I very much loved Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande's performance, right? Ariana Grande can sing her ass off. In my opinion, you guys have heard me say this before, in my opinion, Ariana Grande does not have a bad album. Lots of people will argue Sweetener is her bad album, but you're talking to the person where Sweetener is my favorite album. So, I very much enjoyed their performance. I love Lady Gaga's hairpiece in this picture that we can clearly see. My question to y'all is, because I truly didn't know, and this is why I wanted to bring this to y'all, because maybe y'all have been reading more articles than me. Were they singing during the performance. I know that Ariana hit the whistle note and it was great. I just didn't know if they had recorded live vocals and then went on stage and went full out with the choreography, or if they were really there singing live. Did y'all know? Do y'all know if they were singing? No one can seem to answer this question for me. Were they singing live on the performance, or was it a recorded live vocal? Because it would be pretty hard to tell if it were a recorded live vocal because we can't see their lips, right? Gabby is saying, people say Gaga and Ari lip synced. And Katie is saying, can we talk about their makeup? I need to recreate these looks. Yeah, Katie, you need to get on it. You got your rare beauty yet, girl? You need to jump into it, girl. Lindsay saying, Doja's intro was super cute and her costume and set was lit, but I need more vocals rather than sing-along lip syncing. Hey, I feel you. I definitely feel you. Gabby is saying, I kind of heard a little muffle with the mask when singing, so that would insinuate that maybe they were singing live. Kershell is saying, Ari and Gaga's performance was okay to me. Not bad, but not amazing either. Rain on Me is a song that is better as a studio version. To that point, Kershell, something I was thinking about the other day, let me take this down because y'all are listening to this like it's a podcast. Y'all, can y'all imagine if I did a celebrity podcast, y'all? That would really be something. To your point, Kershell, something that I was thinking about the other day was, Ariana Grande be sounding just as good as a studio version for me. You know how live performances can be good, but it doesn't sound like maybe the arrangement is a little bit different. Ariana to me be sounding just like the CD, and it's great. The performance was great, but in my opinion, Doja Cat she just took it to the next level for me. I would have liked a little bit more of a thought out concept. You know, the Chromatica thing, we know you're on another planet. Ariana's entrance was like very anticlimactic to me because to me, she's a big personality in a small package, and to just see her walk out the damn door, like whatever, was like, damn girl, this is the VMAs, girl. We needed you to drop from the ceiling, girl. We needed you to have a little bungee cord, girl, jump down like Spider-Man, girl. And she didn't do that. But it was good. It just wasn't my absolute favorite, but it is in my top. Now, the performance that I thoroughly enjoyed. Let me see if I can hit my note. The performance that I really enjoyed. Love me at the ungodly hour. Chloe and Halle did that, y'all. And let me tell you something, because I'm sick of this. Y'all need to stop acting like Chloe and Halle are like two like teeny bopper chicks that's coming out with like these teeny bopper songs and like take them seriously, right? Chloe and Halle transform a tennis court into a Beyonce-esque quality kind of performance every single time. How were Chloe and Halle not part of the main show blows my brain, cranium, and scalp shavings to smithereens. These young ladies are so incredibly talented. Let me take them down. These ladies are so incredibly talented. Ungodly Hour, what skips? What skips on the album? And you mean to tell me that they had to be reduced to the pre-show? Are y'all and their performance was better than some of them performances that was on the main show. Light Up Dicks, Black Eyed Peas. That could have been pre-show, and Chloe and Halle could have closed out the show. Y'all, I'm getting hyped. All I want to say is this. Let me sip. All I want to say is this. Chloe and Halle deliver quality every single time they step up onto a stage. I very much enjoy them. They are talented. Vocally, they are just like out of this world. Their performance, their costumes. I see you, Katie. Those outfits, they did that. Absolutely. Freaky Walrus said, I'm here, baby. And Wesley is saying, how Chloe and Halle weren't the winners for the quarantine performance is something that will always be wrong for me. Wesley, you better spill it. Period. How did they not win that? Chloe and Halle transformed the damn tennis court into a goddamn Disney World performance. Every single performance. They give you a different experience with the same damn song every single performance. That to me says that their career will have longevity because they know how to sort of pivot. People aren't really tired of them yet. Like seeing them visually. However, I did notice on Twitter today that there's like some stupid ass viral tweet going around about how they're overrated and their album flopped. Y'all, just to be clear, the Billboard charts do not determine talent. They do not determine worth. You get what I'm saying? A lot of that shit is rigged. Like, a lot of that shit is not real. So, like, you know, placing an artist's worth on the Billboard charts, like, girl, hang it up. 85-inch flat screen, please. I don't care if my favorite artist is barely making bubbling under. If I like the music, I like the music. You know what I'm saying? Gabby is saying, I love Black Eyed Peas, but they could have been pre-show. And I agree. Let me take it back because I was getting hyped. Black Eyed Peas, I love y'all. I really do. I just really feel like what y'all did on that stage definitely could have been in the pre-show, the first performance in the pre-show. And that what they was up there with the light up. Like, what are y'all doing with the light up crowd? How y'all coming out with no Fergie? Where is Fergie? Who is this chick? I wasn't here for the Black Eyed Peas, y'all, but I do love them. Monkey Business is, in my opinion, their best album. They're great. That particular performance was missing several essential herbs and spices, and that's just me, in my opinion, keeping it capital R for real. I be laughing because I'm really a mess, y'all, but I love it, and thank you for loving me for being a mess. Okay, y'all, let's move on. Oh, speaking of Chloe and Halle, let me take it to work. Speaking of Chloe and Halle, you guys, did you hear? Did you hear? Let me light my Forever Mood candle. I had it sitting up here, y'all. I don't know why I would want to make this room hotter, but it smells so good. In case you don't know, Left on Red is too good. I'm gonna get the other ones and get my mom the gift set for Christmas. Ooh, come on, girl. Moving fast, cause that Uber on the way. Taking pictures, make sure you can't see no lace. That wig secure like the money in our safe. I look like bae, and now I'm on the way. Hey, so let's get back into things, you guys. Did you guys hear the Do It remix? Chloe and Halle dropped the remix to Do It, featuring Doja Cat, the City Girls, and Miss Mulatto. Now, I know that there is a lot of criticism and skepticism about Mulatto's name. I feel like I just don't have the energy to do a deep dive into that. I literally at one point had a friend that got very much angry at me when I was explaining to him that mulatto was at one point, and maybe even still today, used as a slur to name biracial people. And he got very angry at me, and we're not friends today. But I guess she's trying to reclaim the name, which I don't disagree with. I personally just prefer to call her Big Lotto, which she says anyway. So, Do It remix, Doja Cat, City Girls, Big Lotto. Now, y'all. Y'all, why do I love this so much? I was a little bit kind of on the fence when I heard. I said, well, City Girls, well, what are they gonna rap about? Like, Doja Cat definitely made sense to me. Like, obviously, she's very much one of the it girls right now. She does it all right. She definitely adds something of value to a song when she's on it. Big Lotto killed it. I don't even want to go into that. Big Lotto killed it. What a great way to just, she goes in, she gets in, gives us memorability, and then she's out. The City, here's the thing. The City Girls, Miss JT did that. Miss JT, listen, I'm not going to say anything about Miss JT because I thoroughly enjoyed Miss JT's part on that song. Now, when it comes to Carisha, upon first listen, I didn't love it. And listen, everyone on the internet was dragging her. And she was kind of like, I kind of like that she's kind of like a good sport about it. She was like, this is for the TikTok and the kids. And I went to sleep with that on my mind. Was like, Carisha talking about this verse is for the kids. Like, girl, what the hell? Upstairs to my beautiful living room to say good morning. can you guys hear me? I said, can you guys hear me? Manifest, manifest, now I'm blessed. Life is out and sweet. Am I back? Am I here? Can y'all see me? I think I'm all right. I think I'm here. Am I here? I think I'm here. I think I see myself on the playback. All right. Am I? Can y'all hear me? Y'all hear me singing? Y'all hear my voice? Let me know if you guys can hear me, and then I will jump back into Chloe and Halle. Samantha's saying, no, I can. Oh, okay. Cool. Am I good, y'all? Did I get it? Ooh. Yes, queen. Now I can. You're back. You're back, baby. Miss J. Thomas said Wi-Fi is back. Sorry, y'all. I might have leaned on this Ethernet cord and then it just like cut my internet off. My bad. Okay, now if I trim this part out of the video, the chat is not going to be here. So y'all know whenever I have a technical difficulty, I trim it out so that when people go back and watch it later, they don't have to sit through the difficulty. So say everything you're gonna say in the chat or leave it as a comment afterwards if you really want to make sure that I see it, because everything that has just happened will be trimmed out when it gets re-uploaded, just to give you the heads up. Anyway, you guys, let's jump back into Chloe and Halle. The last thing I want to say about them is that, in my opinion, their album is great. It has no skips. In terms of their next single, I really want it to be Ungodly Hour, which they performed at the VMA pre-show. Absolutely excellent girls, and I cannot wait to see them win a Grammy. That is my prediction. This is not a crystal ball, but this is my prediction. My prediction is that Chloe and Halle will win a Grammy at the 2021 Grammys. They deserve it. Oh my God, you guys, can you not wait for the stream when Grammy time comes around, y'all? We're gonna have fun. We're gonna be going in. Lindsay is asking, did I miss something? Where was Fergie? Black Eyed Peas. Oh, Lindsay. Let me let y'all know. Let me let y'all know real quick before we move on. Y'all know I'll be talking my ass off. Let me let y'all know what's going on. So y'all know that the Black Eyed Peas, they started off as a group that did not have Fergie. A lot of people didn't know that. Black Eyed Peas started off as a group that was like super conscious, very much singing, rapping about the issues going on within their communities. And then when Fergie sort of joined, there was another woman in the group, right? And when they would go to the meetings and stuff, they would sort of try to sexualize the woman whose name I don't remember. I'm sorry, y'all have to Google, y'all. But the original Fergie basically was a little uncomfortable with how they were trying to make her sort of like the sex pot of the group. And so she eventually left before the group blew up. And then when Fergie joined and Fergie said, girl, yes, bam, girl, I'm gonna put on this bra, y'all. My London Bridge is falling down, bitch. Then the group sort of like blew up. Well, obviously they blew up before London Bridge, but when Fergie joined the group and she sort of was able to channel that sexiness, then the group sort of blew up. Then Fergie literally left the group, obviously, to, you know, be a mother and put out her own solo projects. So if they want someone to sing her parts, then I guess maybe they give that woman a call, whoever that was. I wonder if that was the original Fergie. I've seen her before, but now I'm sitting here thinking back to that performance, and I was like, I was so caught up in the fact that it wasn't Fergie that I never really went back to check to see who it actually was. So, we'll have to see, y'all. But let's move on. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, y'all, this was everything. Please tell me y'all have seen this. Please tell me y'all have seen this. Jojo Siwa, Iggy Azalea, and Tinashe. Can we talk about it, please? Can we please talk about it? So Jojo Siwa, in case you guys don't know, she's from Dance Mom. She's a huge, super mega star. She's JoJo with the Bobo. Everybody knows her. She has like the series where she like picks up celebrities and drives around and they kiki together. And she picked up Iggy Azalea. And it turns out that how they met was like Iggy Azalea was basically in one of her Suburbans, being an iconic rich woman, going down the street, and she said she looks out the window and she sees Jojo Siwa, and Jojo's coming out and I guess doing some sort of press day, and she's like, oh my God, I love you, Jojo Siwa. Child, Jojo Siwa didn't even know who she was. But obviously they figured it all out and they linked up, and you guys, I thought that this video was the cutest video ever. So they basically drive around the neighborhood, which low-key, I definitely noticed a lot of those spots. A lot of y'all faves be living on my side of town. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I said, oh, look at that over there. Something that I think was hella important and a little funny to me, you guys, was, and I want to preface this by saying that I don't think that she was being shady, right? I definitely don't think that JoJo was being shady. I think she was trying to give Iggy a compliment, but she does say to Iggy, like, so Fancy's, I really want to say that I think that Fancy's like the biggest female like rap song ever. And I literally was like, I was having so much fun and I literally gripped my chair. I was like, oh my God. I said, why did she say that? But you know what, guys? Truthfully, I had absolutely nothing to worry about because Iggy Azalea goes up there and she's like, oh yeah, like, you know, Fancy was pretty big, but you know, Super Bass was like also really big, and like Bodak Yellow was like also really big. You know, a narcissistic kind of person would have been like, yeah, Fancy was that bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Fancy just took over everything. And I definitely feel like she shouldn't have agreed, but I definitely feel like she was well within her right to be like, that summer that Fancy came out, I owned the summer. Like, you know what I mean? But definitely not the biggest female rap song ever. And I just thought that was a very cute moment for Iggy to sort of just say something nice about the other women in the game. You know, for whatever reason, people feel like they feel a certain way towards Iggy because she's a little bit sarcastic and sometimes her humor is a little bit dry. I feel like if her and I were in the same room, we would have fun. You know what I mean? I feel like she's like a down-to-earth kind of girl. Like, she's gonna spill the tea. She's gonna be fun. I like her. And I thought that video was like really, 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 really excellent. King is saying, wait, I really want to know your thoughts and feelings on Miley Cyrus' Joe Rogan interview. I talked about that interview over at Halle Scoop. So I'm not going to talk about it here. Also, preface. I know I've got a lot of DMs because on my Instagram story, I always ask you guys, I say, hey, what do you guys want to talk about on the show today? But this particular time, I made sure to write on my Instagram story, not Tekashi, not Nicki, and I said, no Selena Gomez related things. Now, here is why. I love Selena Gomez. Y'all know that. I'm a Selenator to the day, till they cover me in daisies. But sometimes I talk about Selena Gomez 5 days a week at Halle Scoop. And then by the time we get to Sunday, there's no Selena Gomez news. So I will say sometimes no Selena Gomez news because if I don't, all of the replies will be Selena Gomez. Talk about Selena Gomez. Talk about Selena Gomez. Talk about Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez, Blackpink. Selena and Justin. Justin and Selena. Selena and Justin. So I would rather get 10 responses of people actually saying stuff that they want to talk about than 75 responses of everyone saying the same thing. And even then, some people went, why don't you want to talk about Selena? And then they went and commented on some other places and said Selena anyway. So just wanted to let y'all know, if y'all ever are like, why aren't you talking about this? It's probably because either it's already been talked about. I've probably already talked about it somewhere else. So just a heads up, y'all know I love Selena Gomez. Before we move on, y'all know, if you know me over at Halle Scoop, you know my good sis Madison Hill, our queen. She just hit 10,000 subscribers. Please go over and watch her Rare Beauty review. Do you not understand that Madison is the queen? Do you know that she, this young lady literally was like, I'm not making a YouTube channel. And then I was like, girl, you need to make a YouTube channel. And then she made a YouTube channel and she's killing it. Do you understand, 10K subscribers? Is she, the girls ain't doing it like Madison Hill, period. So if you want more Selena, definitely head over to Madison Hill's channel. She literally reviewed Rare Beauty, and I think that's dope. So check it out. Last thing I want to say about Jojo, Siwa, Iggy Azalea, and Tinashe is my favorite moment out of the video is, of course, there's gonna be the fun moments of them singing through each other's music. There was a moment where Jojo Siwa put on sure, she enjoyed Black Widow with Iggy Azalea, sure, she loves Fancy, but bitch, when Jojo Siwa put on Super Love by Tinashe, she went off. And Super Love, first of all, Songs for You by Tinashe needs a Grammy. Second of all, Super Love, the summer of 2016 was my song. Y'all don't understand. I was playing that song out. Like, it really doesn't matter like what direction Tinashe goes in. Like, she's gonna come out with multiple hits. Like, if she's going more pop leaning, hits. If she's going more hip hop leaning, hits. If she's just doing her own thing and her genre, you don't even want to put a label on it. She does it so well. So more than anything, I'm glad that Tinashe is getting a little bit more exposure. I just feel like she needs to be like one of our main girls, and I feel like not enough people feel that way, and I just want to use my platform to say, listen to Tinashe. Gremlin777 is saying her video with Nicki Tutorials came out today. It was so lighthearted and she's down to earth. Jojo Siwa or Iggy Azalea? Let me know, y'all. I want to know. I kind of want to see it. Y'all know I love Nicki Tutorials. Nicki Tutorials is unproblematic as hell. I haven't met her, but I very much enjoy her content. Also, you guys, just a little tea. Y'all already know I'm short as hell. I saw Jojo Siwa once at VidCon. Like, it was the first year that I was invited as a creator, and I was on a panel speaking for the first time at VidCon. I'll never forget it. And Jojo Siwa was like across the courtyard, like in all of her neon garb. And I was like, oh my God, I literally texted my friend. I was like, oh my God, I think Jojo Siwa's like right over the thing. I didn't say hello to her because I was nervous. That whole entire time, I was like hella nervous. I had met so many YouTubers by that point, but like it was the first time I had felt included in my community, so I was like hella on edge, and I didn't want to like embarrass myself and say too much, girl. But she was hella tall. Another story before we move on, y'all. Oh my God, and I'm sure I've told this story before. So one time, I was at the barbershop, right? I was at the barbershop. Shout out to my barber, Eddie. He got this fade snatched. Came out the barbershop, a little medicated, walking down the street. All of a sudden, I see this car go by. And I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at it, and then all of a sudden, my brain just like clicks and connects that it's JoJo's dream car with Jojo Siwa. And like, when I tell you guys, like a street away from my house. Y'all, I don't know what it was in my brain, like the chemicals reacted, Allie and AJ bitch. My mind said, run and scream. And so I was running down the street going, oh my God, Jojo Siwa! And she literally just like turns around. She's like, hey! I was like, oh my God, yes, queen! So embarrassing, y'all. I embarrass myself in front of celebrities all the time. So embarrassing. All Ones is saying, would you go to VidCon 2021? That very much depends on if I personally feel safe. I feel like we're just like not in that place yet. And it's kind of too hard to tell because who knows where we'll be, probably around that June, July 21st time. If they invite me, I'll consider it. I obviously love to speak on panels and stuff like that. It's literally like my thing. I love giving advice and like talking to you guys, especially in person. But I don't know. Maybe I would have to talk to my friends. I don't do any social media event alone. I go with like my same, like all my best friends, me, Ricky Dillon. If you guys know Ricky Dillon, the legend, and my good sis, the Southern Queen Felicia. If you guys listen to my podcast, literally me and my best friend have a podcast where we just like call each other on the phone and we just like kiki and kiki and kiki, and it's like almost 100 episodes. It's everything. The link is down in the description box. Whose car would y'all chase? That's a stupid question. But whose car would y'all chase? Who's like your dream car chase? Like if your favorite celebrity like drove by and like would acknowledge you, whose car would you like to chase? One time I chased Lady Gaga's car. I was in Central Park. I had won a contest racing in a diaper to win like VIP Good Morning America Lady Gaga tickets. And you can even see the footage of me in the crowd if you YouTube it, like Born This Way. Or no, it was like Edge of Glory, Good Morning America, Lady Gaga. It was from forever ago, during the Born This Way era. And we thought, like me and the other winners, we thought that we were going to meet Lady Gaga like after the concert. So she like gets off the stage and she just like vanishes. And then all of a sudden there were like 4 Suburbans just like hanging out. And like they were there to be like throwing off the fans. So like literally I'm like chasing one Suburban, and then it just like when I tell you guys it like sped off, that's how I knew she was in there. I knew Stephanie was in there. It was a mess. To be in my young 20s again. I don't even think I was 21 yet. I was like literally doing the most. Literally from the time I turned 18 to like 22 was like free for all. I was doing the most. Whose car y'all chasing? Taylor Swift, I see Chelly, Freaky Walrus is saying, Meg Thee Stallion, Gabby saying Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, or Carrie Underwood. This is my temporary home. Shout out to Carrie. Anna's Corner says Selena for sure. Caitlyn, Adele says Selena. Caitlyn also said me. See, that would be funny because you would be chasing my Uber because I don't drive. I don't even have my license, y'all. I'll probably get my license when I turn like 30. All one said Ariana Grande. Could you imagine if Ariana Grande was just in like a Nissan Sentra with like her ponytail blowing out the side of the window? Oh my God, I would lose it. Oh my God. Y'all are funny. Samantha says, I love you so much for that, Courtney. Samantha, I don't know what, it really was like the weirdest thing. Like something in my brain just like, it was like the weirdest thing. I was hella embarrassed afterwards. Like after Jojo like hit the corner and like went down the street, I was like, did I just chase this little ass girl's car? I was so excited. I had like just started watching Dance Moms. There was like a lot going on, I feel like. I was just excited. It would be like I'm watching Real Housewives of New York right now for the first time. That would be like if like Bethany Frankel just was like in Ralph's. I would like lose my shit because I'm watching her on TV. Sorry, y'all. Kershell said she would chase Leo DiCaprio's car. And Anna said she would chase Riri. Listen, Riri might open up the door for you. She's nice, I feel like. I want to meet Rihanna. Riri, let's meet. All right, y'all. Let's move on. What we talking about next? Oh, SZA. Y'all, did y'all hear SZA's new song Hit Different? First of all, let me say this. Y'all already know, more times than not, I've mentioned on this show that I'm not as connected to the new generation of R&B. Like, I'm a big 90s R&B fan. You know, Brandy and Monica, the verses literally left me bald. Like, I love Beyonce. You know, Brian McKnight, Joe, like New Jack Swing, like that's my kind of music, I would say. And you guys have heard me say, like, I'm really not a Summer Walker fan. Like, I feel like her music just puts me the fuck to sleep. And on top of that, she's a bobblehead. Like, everything that she says is just kind of awful to many communities and very offensive. However, I do have a soft spot for SZA, and I really like her a lot. She dropped her next single, well, it's actually her first single from her new era, and I hadn't even realized that it had been a few years since her Control, CTRL, album. And when I heard her song Hit Different, I didn't watch the video at first. I'm sort of very much like, let me hear the song first, let me see what the lyrics are talking about, and then I'll follow up with the visual. And this is a song that I feel like I wish I would have watched with the visual because I feel like it was so good. SZA can dance, y'all. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. I'm not a SZA stan. I'm not in the art supply closet with the rest of the art supplies. But she can dance, and I felt like the music video was very artistic. I enjoyed the song, which first and foremost is very important. And I like SZA. I'm very much looking forward to her next album. I feel like she's gonna make music that I think will connect with me more. I feel like sometimes with artists, I'm really not the biggest fan of their first project, but by the time they hit their second or third sort of something, I can find something to really connect to. Great effort. Have y'all heard this? The Hit Different, even though Ty Dolla $ign is just in there going, different. Listen, you know, there's certain artists that you can just throw them on a song and it just instantly makes the song better. And I feel like Hit Different would have been a smash already, but just putting Ty Dolla $ign on it, there's something about his vocals that, I don't know, I like a lot. I'm a Ty Dolla $ign fan, by the way. And I feel like anything that he's put on is just always just that little bit of extra that is like needed. He's like an essential urban spice, in my opinion. Would you agree, y'all? Let me know in the chat. Let me sit. I'm dead at all once saying that they're gonna grab Ariana's ponytail and keep it. Literally me. You said snip snip, puts in Ziploc bag. Oh my God, y'all are so silly. Now, all right, are y'all ready? If y'all are ready to talk about Tana Mongeau's apology, can you please give this video a thumbs up, first of all, if you haven't already. Please put green hearts in the chat, y'all, for Tana Mongeau. Because we gotta talk about this. I really didn't want to, but I feel like we definitely should and have to. And Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna take a sip. Let me know if this is something that y'all want to talk about. Be honest. And we'll get into that. And if you haven't seen the apology, don't worry, because you didn't miss anything. I promise you that. Oh, Kershell said, random fact. I was looking through my Instagram memories, and it said that we met 3 years ago at Playlist Live DC. Oh, Kershell. I love when I meet you guys in person. And especially Kershell. Kershell has been, like, watching my raggedy ass channel for a minute. Like, Kershell has seen many, many phases of Courtney Revolution. She has seen, like, probably a lot of stuff that's privated now. So shout out to Kershell. I really appreciate you guys that really just, like, stick around with me. Even when, like, I go, like, 7 months without uploading, you know you can always find me on Twitter. You know you can always find me on Instagram. Like, even when I'm not on the main base, I'm always in other places. And so I just really appreciate all of you guys, whether this is your first time, whether you've been watching me for years. Like, I really appreciate just the support. You know, it would suck if I got up here and it was nobody watching. But you guys always make me feel like I be doing the damn thing. So I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna take my last sip and then we gonna do this. All right. The flavor. Okay. Let me get my brain together. You ever need to get your... All right. Let's do this. This is Tana Mongeau in the center. Simply Nessa on the left. My good sis, Colin Berry, on the right. Now, Tana Mongeau took to her YouTube channel to apologize for all of her past microaggressions, all of her racism, all of her bullshit ass antics, all of her awful tweets, all of her, you know, I just, she puts out, and basically Colin Berry accused her of being very racially microaggressive towards him. I'm not too clear on Simply Nessa, but I definitely know that there was some sort of beef between Tana and Simply Nessa, where Nessa maybe felt like Tana was coming at her because of race. I'm not too sure. I don't want to speak on that. I know personally Colin Berry. And I remember before all of this sort of unraveled with him and myself had a conversation about it, and he was very much like, you know, I don't want to come forward because we know it's going to be a mess and blah blah, and I'm like, listen, when you're ready to speak your truth, speak your motherfucking truth. You got this to put out, you got to put it out and be done with it. Now, I want to say this to be clear. I was very much a Tana fan. In the beginning, I enjoyed the story times. I thought that she was just sort of like ushered in a new kind of brand of creator that this particular Gen Z audience was like hella all about, and I just really enjoyed the fact that she was doing her own thing. To keep it even more transparent, Tana Mongeau has a collab channel called Trash that I auditioned for. Like, it's a very popular video on my channel. I didn't make it onto Trash, but I did meet Tana that same year, maybe a couple of weeks outside of the audition. I went to, my friend Ricky did a lip sync battle, which before it was a show, it literally was a tour. And I met her there, and when I met her, she immediately was like, oh my God, you should be in Trash. Email my manager and blah, 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 blah. And so obviously I did that, and then I wasn't on Trash. And then that was when I sort of realized she's that girl. And y'all know what kind of girl I'm talking about. The girl that's like, oh my God, I want to do this for you, and I want to help you out, and I blah, 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 and you're so blah, 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 and oh my God, you're going to be blah, 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 blah. And this is not the first time that I have been in situations with very popular YouTubers that have, and keep in mind, y'all, I'm not a social climber. Like, I'm good. I mind my own motherfucking business. These people fucking approach me, and they say things like, ooh, Courtney Revolution, you're so cool and you really speak your mind, and we really want you to be part of our clique, blah, blah, blah. And Tana at the time was like, oh, I really want you to be part of Trash, and oh, you're gonna blow up, and it's gonna be so, baby, you're gonna be, And it's bullshit. And a couple years ago, you know, I'm starry-eyed. I just moved to LA, and I'm gonna be on Tana Mongeau's collab channel, bitch, and the shit just like never happened. There are other people that have done similar things, but I just don't think it's appropriate to mention their names because I literally have let it go. But just to give you guys sort of the groundwork of the kind of person that we're dealing with here. So she isn't exactly the realest. However, she has always been polite to me socially. Absolutely. I don't want to say that. I personally have never experienced microaggressions from Tana Mongeau. However, that does not lessen or minimize the personal experiences of Colin Berry and Simply Nessa. Now, Tana Mongeau's apology, you guys, it literally felt like she was like the president of the United States and she had a teleprompter on. Like when you watch a Halle Scoop video, the older ones, like with Madison, you kind of can realize that she's reading off of a teleprompter. Shout out to Madison though. She does it in a way that doesn't make it feel like it's like a librarian. You get what I'm saying? She gives personality, she gives feeling, she makes it feel personal. Tana Mongeau very much gives me that she was just reading a script that was written for her off of a teleprompter. So sure, she goes through everything. She covers all of her bases. She apologizes to Colin Berry. She apologizes to Simply Nessa. I don't know what the fuck that was. She very much minimized whatever kind of beef they had. It was very evident that she minimized that situation. And I very much felt a little gross after watching it, to be honest. And the reason why, you guys, is when Colin Berry called Tana Mongeau out for her racial microaggressions, Colin was very clear about not wanting a video apology. He very much wanted it to be more about the education of why her actions were not the best, so that in the future she can move forward and not have another racial scandal. I personally have seen the DMs because Colin Berry tweeted the DMs between him and Tana, of Tana being like, oh baby, I really want to learn, and oh you're so baby, and blah, blah, blah. And Colin's like, okay, I'm ready to talk, like, you know, what's a good time, or like, what's your phone number? And then it's just no response. And you guys, this was weeks ago, weeks and weeks and weeks ago. How long does it take for you to sit your ass in front of a camera and say, wow, I may have been acting fucking ignorant and hella racist. You know what? Honestly, I didn't realize how racist I've been all of these years, and I want to sincerely fucking apologize. That is what she should have done. She should have called this boy, this young man, on the phone and been like, hey, listen, I know we've worked together. Colin Berry was part of the Trash Channel, just to give y'all a little bit more information. Hey, I know we've worked together. I know that I lied and said you were arrested at a playlist party. I know I've done all of these awful things to you, but if you'll have me, I would like to learn so that I don't make this mistake when I work with another black or person of color creator. You get what I'm saying? Instead, she got up there and she very much read it in a very monotone voice, very robotic, it just wasn't a good look. And maybe there will be comments that will say, well, Courtney, what should she have done? What she should have done was listen to the opinions of Colin Berry and listen to how he would like the relationship to be healed. He literally explicitly stated he did not want a video. And then you took 3 weeks and made a fucking awful video. So like, do you listen? Do you care? You get what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not about what you say, it's how you say it. And sometimes it's not about what you say, it's about the action that's actually saying what you meant to say. You get what I'm saying? It just sort of seems like she was trying to skirt around the issue without having the confrontation with Colin Berry or having the conversation with Colin Berry, when that is where the root of the issue is. The fact that you will not speak to Simply Nessa. The fact that you will not speak to Colin. Just to get it settled. Jordan Morona, her manager, is simply not squeaky clean as well. Like, y'all are out here like, threatening people, allegedly, deleting tweets, blocking people that are calling you out. What is the point? What is the point? You're saying you got Black Lives Matter in your damn profile name for the longest time, but do they matter? Because it took 3 weeks for you to even put out a bullshit ass, fake ass apology. You feel me? Then, you guys, it goes even deeper than that. So then she gets up on her Instagram story, right? And she says the reason why the video was so robotic. If you watch the video, it looks like the video took 7 damn hours to film. The little 15-minute ass, fake ass video. Then she gets up on her Instagram and she says, oh, the reason why it took so long and there's so many jump cuts is because I was crying and I didn't want it to seem emotional and so many excuses. Like, girl, All you had to say was, the reason why there's so many jump cuts is because I ain't write it. I had to make sure that I got my lines right, and they wanted to cut out me stumbling. That's all she had to say. But the fact of the matter is, you guys, is that Tana Mongeau's apology should have never been public to us. Which the disrespect should have been kept. The disrespect happened, right? And the three of them, either together or separately, should have had a very mature conversation about how to proceed and if there was going to be a friendship, relationship, what have you afterwards. Just the fact that she took forever to deliver such a horrid product of an apology is so hella embarrassing. So hella embarrassing. So hella embarrassing. It really rubbed me the wrong way. And so at this point, you guys, I want to ask you, if you did support Tana Mongeau, do you feel like you should support Tana Mongeau today? And I won't judge you. If you feel like, you know what, people make mistakes, people can change, I'm going to give her one more chance. For me personally, I'm cool with saying hello to Tana Mongeau, but like, girl, we see you exactly for who you are. We know exactly who you are. She's saying, you know, I'm going to change. I'm going to blah, blah, blah. I'm going to this. And honestly, you guys, at this point, I feel like Tana Mongeau really could give a fuck less about her YouTube channel because she has an OnlyFans that she making like $500,000 every month off of. So it's like she could care less because at the end of the day, people are going to pay to potentially see a nipple anyway. And that's embarrassing. So I don't know. I'm not buying it. I'm not a fan. And I'm sorry that Simply Nessa and Colin had to spend these 3 weeks really trying to wrap their heads around whatever kind of circus is going on over at Camp Mojo. Because whatever she's trying to sell us, I have enough money to purchase it, but it's just simply not up to the quality and standards that I or we, Simply Nessa, Colin, black people deserve. I just, like, girl, who are you trying to fool? I feel like Tana Mongeau, this particular apology is like top 3 worst influencer apologies ever. Girl, she could have kept that. I would have preferred, girl, if you just bought Colin a Cartier bracelet and just sent it with a little sorry note, honestly. Because that shit she should have kept. Also, I was on the trash channel. Where is my money? Period. Let's not do all of that. But them kids was not paid off the trash channel. You feel me? None of them kids was paid off the trash channel, and I also appeared on the trash channel more than once. So I would like my coin from the trash channel. Just want to put it out there. But we ain't gonna harp no more. Let me have a little sip. Sharon is saying, Courtney, you should be the head of shit control for any influencer that wants to be anyone. Honestly, she can kick rocks like the others. Listen, give me the role. Samantha is saying, I don't support Tana anymore. I was never a stan or anything, but I never thought anything bad about her. Now I think she's a crappy person and only cares about herself. And that's how I felt, you guys. Listen, the very first, like, I met her and I said, you know what, this is a young girl. She's going to make mistakes. You know, I'm sure that she has great management that will make sure that she can sort of not repeatedly make these mistakes. But when you have a career built off of scandal and drama, it's the only thing that will keep your career going, girl. And also, you guys, before we move on, I'm so sorry, y'all, that I keep harping on this, but yo, why you had to lose your MTV show before you decided that you wanted to apologize? Why people had to complain to MTV like, yo, do you realize this girl is doing hella racist stuff? Why all of that stuff had to happen? Why you had to lose your bag before you decide that she was going to apologize to black people? You want to know why? It's because we are not worth anything to you, Tana Mongeau. That's what your actions say to me, is that we don't matter to you. We just simply don't. And you know what? Maybe people could respect you if you really just fucking said that. You get what I'm saying? But all of this fake, phony, oh, I'm turning my life around. Oh, I'm turning. Girl, you was turning your life around 3 fucking years ago when iDubbbz came and blew your shit up at the damn meet and greet. Wasn't you gonna change then? This was never supposed to happen again, girl. You feel me? Y'all, I'm heated because I've been in her company. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, girl, that's a no bueno. That's a negative for me. Kershaw saying, let's not forget that tragedy that was TanaCon. That was the year that I saw Jojo Siwa. Me and my friend, we were ready to go. Y'all, listen. I was supposed to go to TanaCon. And right when I was about to leave to go to TanaCon was shut down. And that's all I'm going to say about that. let's talk about this doofus right here. Mr. Daniel, Mr. Tekashi, Mr. 6ix9ine. Now, Tekashi had an interview with Billboard, you guys, right? And he made some comments that I definitely do not agree with. Now, the interviewer basically mentioned to Tekashi that Lil Durk, who he's currently beefing with, you know Tekashi's career thrives off of drama, much like Tana Mongeau. He's beefing with Lil Durk, and interviewer was saying, he was mentioning the success of his song Trolls was due to Nicki Minaj, Lil Durk. Now, Tekashi then going to sit up there and say, oh, you know, Nicki my sister, she my sister, she is my sister. But when has she ever gone #1 before Trolls? Listen, first of all, Daniel, stop. Because if you're going into an interview, you need to know your facts. Because before Trolls, we was over here with our bell bottoms on and our disco balls up in the air, shaking our asses to say so. So first of all, check your lipstick before you come for Nicki. Then he had the nerve to reply that the #1 that him and Nicki received for Trolls was his record. You guys, last time I checked, when you go and look up Trolls was a song that said both Nicki Minaj and 6ix9ine. Last time I checked, look, I'm looking at it right now. 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj. So that means that she's not a featured artist. It's just him and her both legally on the song. You guys, listen to me. I gotta keep it real. I have been trying to not drag Tekashi because, I mean, the whole world's dragging Tekashi anyway. So, like, what else new do I have to say, right? However, I could not sit on this because, you guys, Trolls would not have gone #1 if it weren't for Nicki Minaj's fans, the Barbs, buying the song, like mass buying the song. You guys, there were accounts that were like, if you don't want to buy it, you know, if you don't want to go through the process of putting in your credit card information, cash at me some money and I'll buy all the songs for you. Like, it was very much a project to make Say So and Trolls go #1. It certainly was not Tekashi 6ix9ine's fan base making that song go #1. Nicki Minaj she gave Tekashi the biggest stamp of approval by working with him on Fifi and the song Trolls. So why would you sit up there in an interview and sort of like, almost kind of like downplay the part that Nicki Minaj played in Trolls? And people literally, a lot of people I know anyway, let me not be extra. A lot of people I know literally turn the song on and they skip right to Nicki Minaj's part. So I just wish that 6ix9ine would humble himself, you guys, because right now it all could be gone. It all could be gone. It all could go away for anyone. And I feel like when you get too cocky like that, it's like, it's only a matter of time for your downfall, sis. And then what? Who's going to be there? Everyone that you done dragged on the way up? I don't know, you guys. We going to have to see. What you think about Tekashi? You like him, you guys? Gabby is saying next job for the Barbs is to get Nicki a solo #1. Listen, that's all I want. I want the first single that Nicki comes out with, if it's a solo song, to go #1. Very happy that Say So went #1. Very glad that Trolls went #1 because Nicki is overdue for her flowers in that sense. But I also would like the same amount of effort put into her solo music. Tamara saying, hey Courtney, so sorry I'm late. I will be an after watcher. Tamara, no worries, girl. Listen, girl, catch it because I gotta trim some parts out, girl. We done have some technical difficulties, girl. Whew, but I got it all together, girl. We in the middle of a heat wave, girl. But I'm pulling it all together, girl. I'm glad that you showed up. Samantha is saying he's an idiot. Wesley is saying, and I'll say this, if he's so good at getting the #1s, why he still haven't done it on his own? He can't ever scratch a top 10 without Nicki on the track. Wesley, call it out because he wasn't touching the top like that before Fifi. You get what I'm saying? It's just, I'm done with the clownery this year, you guys. It's a mess. Why can't people just make their music and just like be cool? You know? You just don't know how to be cool. But you know what, you guys? Someone that the internet feels is real cool is, are y'all ready? Justin Bieber! He was in DJ Khaled and Drake's Popstar music video. How did you guys feel about seeing Justin Bieber and DJ Khaled in Drake's Popstar music video? I knew it definitely ruffled some feathers. It definitely got the people talking. It's also causing drama online. To be truthful, I very much was not surprised by this, right? So if you watch the Popstar music video, it's basically a Freaky Friday ripoff, which is fine. You know, Drake, instead of rapping his own song, he has Justin Bieber go and lip sync through the entire song, which is totally fine. You know, people are making sort of like the noise about Selena, but for me, I believe that this was just like one step further for Bieber to sort of show us his R&B Bieber image. You remember when Justin Bieber was about to put out Changes and he was letting us know that he's coming out with his new genre of music called R&B Bieber, and y'all know how I feel about that. I'm not buying that at all. I just, girl, stop it. And Wesley is saying, glad that Justin finally remembered what a shower is. Oh my God, Wesley, speaking of that, y'all, listen, there was this viral tweet going around of the Beliebers doxing someone that mentioned like Justin's looks or whatever. And let me just say, if you are ever even thinking about harassing someone for having an opinion, you need to delete yourself off of the internet. The fact that there were these stan accounts that were calling his mom and calling his job and like leaving negative reviews of his job where he works at a restaurant and stuff, I just thought that that was extremely awful. I also thought it was hilarious that when I saw the account that was doing all of the mess, I saw that it was an account that's like always talking awful about me and Holly Scoop. So if y'all get that account suspended, good job. Because that person is literally 30 years old. And I feel like you're out here doxing like young people. Like, you're hella weird and Justin don't care about you. Like, and you realize, you guys, that when things like that happen, it doesn't do anything really so much for the person that's involved. Like, the stan account will probably get suspended, and I literally don't care because that account is literally awful. All they do is like, if first of all, the fact that you have to call, like, you're a subset of Belieber. There's a Belieber and then there's a subset called Bulliebers. Are you 5? Y'all really get up and gang up on people just because they don't like Justin? Y'all need hobbies, y'all need air, y'all need water, and y'all need IVs, period. I just find it very, very disgusting when I see all fan bases. This goes for the Barbs, this goes for the Barty, this goes for Arianators if you do this. Anyone, any fan base that's going to sit up there and try to find the personal address and personal information of someone just because they said that maybe Justin took a shower. Oh my God. I say I'm extra sometimes. That is next level extra. Also, I don't ever want to hear a Belieber ever saying nothing about me, how I'm almost 30, sitting at my job that I was hired to do. When I say something that's critical of Justin, I don't ever want anyone to say anything about me being almost 30 when one of y'all's biggest accounts is actually older than me and getting children suspended over Justin Bieber. That's hella embarrassing on y'all. You get what I'm saying? So all I just want to say is, like, if you're in a stan group, it's great to stan. Like, you should be passionate about artists. But once y'all are like, we're going to mass report an account because they said we didn't like the Selena Gomez song, or I didn't like that Ariana Grande hit this note. Once y'all start doing that, y'all got to look in the mirror and say, wow, maybe I need to put a Kid Cuisine in the microwave and have some lunch. I couldn't believe that, y'all. Once I saw the account, I said, off with her head! Off with her head! Because it's a mess. This person literally sits up there and just indirects all day. Indirects all day. Indirects all day. Holly Scoop is trash. Holly Scoop is this. Holly Scoop is this. Well, guess what, sis? We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. And we going to keep talking about whatever we decide we're going to talk about. And we still going to get paid salary to do it. How about that? Now, I just wanted to say that. Shout out to the Popstar video. Shout out for Drake trying to be creative. And do you guys believe R&Bieber yet? Do you feel like R&Bieber is a concept that you buy into? I don't exactly. Tamara is saying, speak it, sis. Tamara, there's so much that I don't talk about that happens like after the show, like in between like one show to the next. Like, I could literally go on my Instagram DMs and it'll be like 30 believers like mad that I said Justin said lip Selena. You need to stop linking Selena and Justin together. It's a job, sis. It's a job. And I'm just a host. So maybe if y'all didn't pay attention, maybe if the Bulliebers stopped paying attention, maybe Holly Scoop would like switch up their branding, because it seems like every time when we do link Justin and Selena together, that's when we get the most engagement, because it's y'all hating on us. So just saying, it's too much. It gets too much. I'll even say, even when Cardi B called us out, that was awful. And sure, I got death threats and people trying to find my boyfriend's job and this, that, and the third. The Believers were the most annoying. Easily. Especially because I don't hate Justin. Like, I don't know how I've garnered this reputation of hating Justin. I don't. I just like to critique him because he think he's slick and he not. Keisha is saying Drake is using Justin. Hey, I think Justin's using Drake. Maybe they're using each other, right? Because Justin's a huge star. Drake needs more eyes on his music video, right? And Justin really wants us to buy into R&Bieber. I think it worked. I think so. Anyway, you guys, I think I'm gonna head on up out of here. We're already at the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not picked up a face mask, all of that information is down in the description box below. Check out my podcast over in the pantry with my good sis Felicia. I will be back here in this same exact spot, but for work at Holly Scoop for the morning tea tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And subscribe if you haven't. Ring the bell, because you never know when I'm gonna upload and you don't want to miss it. I know sometimes people get like notifications like 4 days later. Hella weird. So just like check up on me throughout the week. You just never know if I'm gonna upload something. But I really just want to say thank you guys so much for sticking around with me and always being here every Sunday. I very much appreciate and love you guys a lot, and I don't want you guys to ever forget it. Please share my live show if you guys are into it, and do not be alarmed if there is no chat when you rewatch. It's because I've trimmed out the technical difficulties. Okay, you guys. Don't you forget that the world keeps spinning. Wait, let me spin. Bam! Don't you forget that the world keeps spinning, and so shall you! And I'll be seeing you for another Green Cheer Chat on another Sunday. Bye, you guys.